Everyone, I'm Brandon,
I'm Blakely.
and we are back as the Randoms podcast. So this time around, we got some goodies. I have a little bit of news here and there, and then we're also going to be getting into Minecraft and Cinemacon. So first up, we got, and this is a little bit long, but some good information. Netflix has announced that Greg Berlanti, who did like Arrow and some of those others, that his company is going to be bringing Scooby-Doo to life. So it's going to be live action, which this will be the first ever live action adaptation of Scooby. I hope it's good because
TV show wise.
Yes, they've done.
Don't forget about 2 movies.
2 movies. They did like Nickelodeon-esque.
Movie, I don't think no one really watched.
I actually kind of enjoyed it, and they should have done a sequel, but it just died. And there's been rumors of them remaking and rebooting for a while now. But in this one, it's going to be an 8-episode series, and it's going to be, for some reason, they're doing the origin story again. They did it in the cartoon that came out a couple years ago, which was pretty good. It was called Scoob, I believe. It was actually pretty good.
Talking about the animation movie?
Yes. But it's going to be during their final summer at camp. Old friends Shaggy and Daphne, which has always seemed like a weird pair to me, get embroiled in a haunting mystery surrounding a lonely, lost Great Dane puppy, Scoob, that we're on first name basis. We eat
Isn't there a death involved in this?
We eat a lot of... Yeah, it's been witness to supernatural murder. I think it's going to be more adult, finally. But I hope it's not like creepy.
I don't think
like
they'll be a more adult, but
it's not going to be rated R.
It won't be crazy.
It'll be like 17 probably.
Probably PG-13 and above.
Yes.
That's how I have to think.
Together with the pragmatic and scientific townie Velma. I don't. Why are we calling her a townie? I think that's frowned upon, isn't it?
I don't even know what that means.
Maybe I'm thinking of Carney.
I think you are.
And the strange but ever so handsome new kid, Freddy.
Was he ever strange?
Well, he's mysterious because he's new to the town. I don't remember him ever being new to town. But they set out to solve the case that is pulling each... Do you know what this is giving me vibes of? Twilight.
Or, I don't know if you ever seen, what was that show? Hesky Old Ridge, Riverdale. I don't know if you ever seen that show.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Riverdale seemed like it was for school kids.
I watched the first couple seasons,
like high school kids
with someone, and the last season was weird as heck.
I don't know. I guess I grew up with what I grew up with the comics. I can't think of them in the Riverdale situation, I guess.
I hope it's just not... I guess I should say I hope it's no CW adult show. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Because it will be 10 episodes. Or it won't even make 8. I'm sorry, it's only supposed to be 8. It'll be 2.
Yeah.
But the series will be a modern reimagining, which usually is not. I don't like that word when they say that, because usually it's trash. Of it, but Scooby-Doo will be written by Midnight Radio's Josh Applebaum and Scott Rosenberg, who did the Netflix version of Cowboy Bebop, which I have not saw.
I haven't either.
I watched the original anime, but I can't even go off that. My biggest issue, I love Scooby-Doo, so I will give it a try, and it's on Netflix, so it'll be easier to get. I hope they don't do weekly. This is not something I would do weekly. I'd put it all out in 8 episodes. The reason I say that is I feel like you will lose people faster if you do, especially if it's like, I don't like the word because I think it's overused, but if it's like cringy, the way it doesn't need to be like the way the cartoon was in the way they talk. Because, I still enjoy going back to watch the old ones, but they've still aged well, but at the same time, it's like nobody talks like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to be like overly adulty either. Like I think you can do PG-13 and up without being too adult with these. Mm-hmm. Like, and I need Red Herring in it. I just need him to like randomly pop up. It's like, oh, I bet you it's Red Herring that did it. I'm sorry, that would be hilarious to me. I don't like what I read about Freddy either. That's kind of like, I mean, he's always been like the jock look to him, but strange.
Yeah,
just because he's a new kid, he's strange.
If you think about my generation or whatever, we didn't really have a Scooby-Doo. No, we did have it before us, and we had the live action, but we never really had a...
I think most of your Scooby-Doo interaction is the wrestling ones, right?
I didn't even watch those. No, I've only... The only thing I've really watched is the not animation movies. The live action movies with Matthew Lillard, Sarah Michelle Gellar,
Freddie Prinze.
And Freddie Prinze. That's the only...
No, Linda Cardellini, which I have information on her.
And then going back and watching the old ones, of course, with Boomerang, which ain't even a thing anymore, but...
I miss Boomerang.
They actually have a streaming platform.
All my favorite cartoons, even though they were not originally mine, because even Scooby-Doo's not originally mine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, 60s?
Well, you got to think... They were supposed to be based around hippies, basically, if you think about it. So you would have to go back during that time period, wherever that is. So
the only other thing I need in this is at the end for them to, when they pull the mask off and that they say those darn kids and that dog. You got
Scrappy.
Me. You got me.
Scrappy did.
Well, the movies were in Scrappy.
Yeah. But
that first movie was one of the worst movies I've ever saw adaptation. Great cast. But Scrappy loved his Uncle Scooby. Why would he be the villain? I'm sorry, that's a whole soapbox. That is 2 hours of me talking about that, and that's longer than the movie. My second news, I didn't even have this wrote down, but we did talk about it a couple days ago. The Friday 13th TV show is definitely happening. I mean, there is no questions now. There were heavy questions for years.
Mm-hmm. Is it A24 doing them?
Yes, yes, but it's a TV show. It's not a movie. I'm a little torn because I would love a movie, but what they're doing it on, we don't have a synopsis.
I think what I've read and heard is supposed to follow the movies.
Yes,
each season I think is following the movies.
Yeah, it's a lot like It with the years on it.
Which I thought had probably the next one. I think I saw because we're about to get on the next topic, and I think it was in the same involved around.
Yeah, it was. I saw this information, which I love Friday 13th. That's one of my favorite film series of all time. Jason Voorhees is my favorite slasher. Linda Cardellini, who was Velma in the two Scooby-Doo movies in the, I think they were late 90s.
No, they were early 2000s.
Early 2000s, around 2000 and 2000, between 2000 and 2005. Mm-hmm. She has done various different projects. The picture I saw that they used of her and talking about the article, she looks just like Mama Voorhees. And is it Patricia Voorhees? I can't remember her. I can't remember her name. But I don't know if she's going to be around the whole series or.
I think she's just going to play the first season.
I haven't even heard a synopsis yet
because it is supposed to be based off the movies.
Okay, I hadn't even heard that yet.
Yeah, so season 1 will be based on the first Jason, and then the second one, I think that's when Jason will actually be introduced.
Yeah, he didn't really get introduced
because if you watch a Scream movie, Jason Voorhees wasn't actually the first killer. Wasn't in the first movie really. Right. It was Mama Voorhees.
Yeah.
Mrs. Voorhees.
That movie is one I will say, as of all of them I've ever watched, to me it has not aged as well because the way it was filmed. So like it's even on like even on my Blu-ray copy, it's a little
because if you think about it. Yeah, everybody gets all mad about this new generation of Michael Myers. But you think about it, Jason really hasn't done that yet.
No, they've tried, but the fan base is as visceral as the Superman.
Because they've done it with, I think they've done Chucky. Yeah. They've done, even though we can't really stand Chucky, but it's just in her.
I think it's one of the most overrated
Scream
of all time.
They did Michael Myers. They've done a slew of other ones.
They've done Predator a couple of times.
They've done Predator.
And they've been pretty good.
And Predator has finally got the fan base really bad. And if you think about it, what we'll talk about later on, Final Destination's first trailer broke like records, viewing records. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to someone recently and we were talking about horror movie franchises. And to me, they're making a bigger upcoming, like they're coming like bigger, what's the word I'm looking for? Bigger anticipation to watch horror movies now than probably years past.
I think what's helped with that, and this is just my opinion, is your Scream has helped it. Some of your TV shows, I think It really helped it. Mm-hmm. It helped it.
And if you look at, I don't think we've both seen Substance yet with what's her face, but I think
I've heard of it.
I've seen clips and stuff, and you can tell just by how the CGI is stuff and stuff like that. It's really helped the horror franchise.
Yeah.
Especially body horror.
Like and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey helped too.
I think they're making another movie of that.
Three is coming. I
think they're making something else. What?
Popeye is coming out soon.
Popeye the Slayer Man is already out.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie's already out.
Steamboat Willie, I think 2's been announced too.
But they were making another movie.
Peter Pan eventually coming out too.
Peter Pan's already came out.
Oh, has it already came out? I need Netflix to get it, or Peacock. Peacock will probably get it.
Yeah. I think horror is in a great spot right now.
And the last thing I'll say on Friday the 13th is,
especially now since I know what you did last summer.
That's like very soon.
Trailer hasn't. Cinemacon people have seen it. And the word going around there, they were really liked it. Like I
think that's September or October. I mean,
that's
coming
June.
out.
That's June.
Is it June?
Yeah,
I was thinking it was later
13th, I think.
The fact that we've only gotten a poster kind of worries me, with it being mid-April, that we have not gotten a fully released trailer, but
to the public,
the anticipation, I think, is there.
I think, and I think as much as stuff is going on with Scream 7, I think when the first trailer for Scream 7 drops, I'm hoping it does big numbers. I know I'm going to watch it a couple of times.
I think a little bit of that is going to depend on the next 2 months. Mm-hmm. Like, if Destination's going to make... People are going to go see it.
I'm going to go see it.
And then you have... I know what you did last summer is going to... People are going to see it. Because... we've been wanting, because I like that franchise. We've been wanting it for years. Mm-hmm. I think it was good that they've let it fester, because we've had some reboots and remakes that have been bad in all genres. Mm-hmm. But the last thing on the Friday the 13th, I guess I've been wanting something for years. Now, the Friday the 13th movie that came out, I don't even remember how many years ago now, with I think it was Jared Padalecki. Mm-hmm. I can't remember who else was in that. I thought it was pretty good, but at the same time, the fan base is very like rabid. Mm-hmm. You know, like with Scream and some of the others. Halloween. Another one that I think down the line, if these 4 do good, like that TV show, Bloodlines, and that was called Final Destination Bloodlines. I know what you did last summer, and Scream 7 do good. I think we might see Freddy Krueger back if those do well. With Predator is reestablished.
Alien, the recent Alien movie.
The recent Alien, because you had Alien was Romulus, which I still have not watched.
Yeah, and they've already got a new movie. I don't know if it's been announced, but it's planned for another movie.
Yeah, I have heard it's planned. Predator.
There's like 2-3 movies coming out this year.
Yeah, there's the animated. Is it episodic?
No, I think it's
an actual movie.
And it's animation, which is they really haven't gone involved with more action. They've gone stupid comedy movie, like you know what I'm talking about, and then of course kids. But I don't think they've really attacked the action horror based.
Yeah. And Prey, which I still have not watched, I think brought a different take on. Because not long after that came out and it did what it did, you know, people were like, well, what if we get a samurai versus Predator? I'm like, I'm down for it if you get the right cast. I would, because it's been established, they've been around for ever.
Well, for a while. Mm-hmm.
And eventually I would like for them to get the monster universe back on, where you had like Freddy vs. Jason, AVP, Alien vs. Predator. I mean, they had a whole line of them they were doing. But off of horror, which we'll get back on later. I don't really have a lot on this because we've teached it in the past, but we have a definite date for Peacemaker season 2, which the trailer, the little teaser I saw, got me hyped about it. But it's definitely August the 21st, so it's going to be 2 months after Superman, and I still need to go back and watch Creature Commandos. But Superman, then you have this, and then Supergirl. Superhero movies.
Supergirl has been announced too.
Yeah, and there is fatigue, but I think at the same time, if you do it right,
Peacemaker, the first season was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it was weird the way I watched it. I waited kind of for all of it to come out on accident. I didn't really realize it was going on. I didn't think I'd like it because my history with John Cena in acting. But I think it put him on the map for me.
I think
because I felt like we got a side of John Cena we never got before.
To me, I was never really a big John Cena. I think he does good. Right. I don't. But I think Peacemaker really helped him become more of a serious actor more than the funny guy in the movie.
And the cast was great. The whole cast was great. But you're going to lead us into Cinemacon.
Oh, we're going to Cinemacon?
Yeah. Well, do you want to touch the topic subject right now? We'll go ahead and hit it. We'll go ahead.
We'll wait. I don't.
Do you want to end on? Yeah. End on 2 sour notes.
You know what? Let's end on 2 sour notes.
You make the call. Let's go.
The first studio we're going to talk about is Walt Disney. I'm just going to go and list how they have it. The first topic we're going to talk about is Thunderbolts, of course.
I'm excited for it.
Because that's the next really major film that's coming out. Of course, release date of May 2nd. It is May 2nd. 2
weeks from now. Yeah.
Which I can't believe April's almost done already. It don't even feel right.
First week's done.
Is it the first week? Mm-hmm. Wow. Well,
today's the 10th. So
they showed the description at Cinemacon this past year, which I hope one day I get to go, but it's all the way, West Coast. But
it's probably expensive just to get there. Not to get in, but just to get there.
Yeah, but the exclusive footage or description at this year's Comic-Con showed new footage from Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts are in their van. In their van on their way to an undisclosed location. Bucky and Red Guardian are talking about the origins of their suit. Bucky seems annoyed by Guardian coldly saying that he got a suit from Hydra, Ghost. Yelena and U.S. agents are all trading stories in the back of the van. That van crashes into a building and we begin a fight scene. Many have questioned the fidelity of having so many characters with same lack of power set, but this works in scene's favor as a brutal outbrawl between the Thunderbolts and their assassinates, just as the fight is getting going. Basically, I guess
I see. This has been talked about a lot, and what they're saying is basically none of them have powers.
Yeah.
Ghost does, but it's like...
It's not really...
I'm surprised she's in the movie.
I think a lot of people are.
She's not a bad character, don't get me wrong. And they've talked about Taskmaster too, and people wanted to defend... I was like, the problem is this is not the Taskmaster in the comics. It's not even close. To me, in my opinion.
What do you feel about Sentry?
I don't know a lot on Sentry, but what I know of Sentry... Which this isn't technically Sentry. It's the bad version that you see in the trailer.
It's Void.
Yeah, I was going to say Morpheus for some reason. I don't know.
That is Jared Leto, which we'll probably talk about later.
That is Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah,
Morbius.
Morpheus.
For some reason
you're thinking of Morbius.
For some
reason.
See,
we're all wrong. No, my thing is with. And some people are saying, well, my thing is it's meant to be fun. I don't.
It's gonna be like
they're gonna win through power positivity.
Yeah, which will be
they're gonna be the new day before the new day.
I think. Yeah, it sucks because people are like, people are going to die in this movie, and since the cast for Doomsday has been announced,
kill off Ghost.
She's already been
kill off Taskmaster.
They've all been they've all been announced.
Kill off Red Guardian just because he annoys me.
But I don't think they kill off Florence Pugh because that's just kind of to the
we love Yelena.
Because it's kind of the key to Black Widow. It's just the whole thing. But I'm interested in it. I think it's got more hype than Captain America did, in my honest opinion. Because it's something fresh.
I haven't really tapped into Bucky's powers either.
And I feel like there'll be more into Bucky in this movie.
Here's the bad thing for like me. I have no comic book knowledge on anybody in this. When I think of Ghost, for some reason my brain goes to StarCraft because of the Ghost in that, and I don't know how much difference there are between the two. Sentry, I knew of Sentry, but I didn't know he had an alter ego named Void, which is basically his villain side. Red Guardian, all I know him from is Black Widow movie, and he annoys me, so I can't stand him. Yelena, it's Florence Pugh. Do I need to say more?
I actually like her movie she's in.
She's a great actress. Taskmaster, I knew from the comics. I feel like that character's ruined. And it has nothing to do with gender. I just feel like they dropped the ball on the potential of the character. And then I love Bucky. Now, if you go off of Rivals, Winter Soldier has some powers I didn't know, like what he can do with his arm. I don't see them ever using that. No. He has like the tentacle type scenario. I don't even know if that's in the comics.
I'm excited to see what they do with him, especially after Captain America, seeing where he's at. I just like Bucky in general.
Some of the best parts of Captain America is when he popped up.
Yeah.
Because he's got that presence.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to. I know you are. I feel like going into that movie is the same way I am with Captain America. No thoughts. Because I knew Red Hulk, but I don't know. I think know him.
I'm more excited to see what the asterisk is. Because at the end, we're going to figure out what it is.
Yeah. I won't be surprised if they don't get help as well. That is not even mentioned. Yeah. Thunderbolts could get help with this. You know, but we've saw other characters do it in the MCU. Look at what they did in the second Guardians, you know, with the dance. I mean, there's stuff you can do. I mean,
I think it's going to be a fun movie.
It's going to be weird, but
it's going to be fun.
I don't know. I'm not putting a lot of.
I think it's going to be fun. Now, I don't know if you know much about, but I do. I love the first anime, like Lilo and Stitch live action. I love the.
The original is.
I love the original.
My favorites,
and what I've seen so far, if they've done a good job. Now, this will be the last live action adaptation Disney's going to do in a while.
Good.
Because of all what happened with Snow White, which I don't want to get into.
Well, I think just the past couple of movies have not been have been done well.
I think they've done too political in the movies, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
I would say not only that, but nobody wants these. Like Lilo and Stitch is a different animal. Because I think
they tried too heavy in the princess department of live action movies. Yeah. Which they don't need to.
Well, see, that's like Little Mermaid hasn't really had any live action, but there's been so many of them done.
Yeah, and I just seen Zach Galifianakis is in this movie.
Oh, I don't know if I want to see it.
But
I feel like he's doing the voice of
probably the big
Stitch.
But
who's going to be playing the sister? I mean, have they released the cast?
Yeah, they have. They don't have who they're playing who, but Hannah Waddingham, Sydney Ardonga, Tia Korea, Billy Magnuson, Maya.
The one sounds like Adam Sandler character.
That's the cast right there.
Oh, I know Courtney B. Vance.
Yeah.
Tia Carrera. I don't see. Hannah is probably more than likely Lilo.
I think
Sydney is more likely the sister.
Yeah.
Because Tia Carrera is like 60s.
Yeah. She would have to be probably the.
And Zach's a dude.
The Emperor woman in the first one.
I haven't saw Lilo and Stitch in forever.
I'll have to go back because you got the two. They got the bigger guy and the skinnier looking alien that goes to the planet.
Yeah, because the big dude's an agent, right?
They're both agents. I'm thinking Zach is playing the big guy because they also. You remember the
big black guy?
No, not the big black. Why would they have Zach Galifianakis? No, No.
Really? Do we really want to talk about that? We just mentioned why we won't talk about that.
No,
I just figured like he'd be doing a voice or something.
He'd probably be the voice of the
like maybe the alien.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking Stitch. Dude, he looks like Stitch.
I am interested.
Other than the color, he looks like Stitch, and he sings like an angel.
Yeah, I don't really care about Pixar's Elio. It's
I hadn't heard on that one.
Okay, we can talk about the Fantastic Four.
You want to talk? Let's go.
You can start on the Fantastic
Four.
No.
Here's the thing is, I'm a Fantastic Four nut. Mm-hmm. Now, some of the past 20 years, I've not read some of the stuff. I'm catching up. I'm excited for the movie. I still think the casting's a little off, but I've read some of the timeline they're in the 60s, and to me, the outfits look great. Mm-hmm. I still don't like the way the Thing looks, but I love the sweater. I love all that. I don't really know the guy playing Johnny, but he looks good. I love the lady. I can't even think of her name right now.
I can look it for you.
No. Not yet. Don't tell me who it is yet. But she is Jason Statham's sister on Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You can drop the name.
Vanessa Kirby?
Yes, it's Vanessa Kirby. I was thinking Kirby because of the video game. Yes. Yeah. But I love her to death. It's just Pedro, I still can't see him as Reed. Because we've had a couple good Reed Richards.
I'm just trying to figure out.
And I'm leaning towards I'm gonna like Herbie. I'm really gonna like Herbie. I
think it's gonna be a good movie. I'm just waiting to see how the ending will be. Yeah,
I'm a little confused on why they went with this Silver Surfer, which does exist. She's just a lot newer, I guess. But I think they're saving Norrin Rad for like Doomsday, something big.
Yeah.
Because he is a big deal. And are we gonna get Jack Black maybe as Galactus?
No.
I think in alternate universe we get Danny DeVito as Wolverine. I'm just
I like Galactus the character.
Yeah.
I
want Doom. Honestly,
first Fantastic Four when I think of it is Doom, because he was the first one in the last couple.
And he's OP.
Yeah. It's just, and now with them actually coming out and saying she's actually pregnant in it, I want to see what all inspires.
Yeah, I think that's why Galactus is the villain.
Yeah,
it's because
is he going to take over, destroy the world, and that's how they get into Marvel timeline?
See, I don't know, because when I read a comic the other day, Galactus came to Earth to get the son, or one of the kids. I want to say it was the son, which is Franklin.
Franklin, yes.
Because for some reason, when I just said Franklin, I thought of the turtle.
I did too every time.
And that was after my time, but I still watched random stuff.
But July, we have a busy month. We got Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth is looking good by the day.
Scarlet.
And Fantastic Four.
Scarlet.
But I want to get the Freaky Friday sequel with Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, when is that happening?
It comes out this August 8th. Now, the preference is it's, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan.
Lilo's back.
Who?
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
I'm friends with her. We call her Lilo.
Yeah.
I'm not friends with her, obviously.
Swaps bodies with her Anna's daughter, which I guess I got to go back and watch Freaky Friday, the first one, which I love.
Anna was in Parrot Trap, wasn't she?
She was also Anna in Parrot Trap, but I think she was also in Freaky Friday named Anna. But it's supposed to be her daughter and her soon-to-be stepdaughter. They all four switch bodies.
This is going to be
Yeah. It's going to be a four-way of switching
bodies.
It's
going to get confusing.
I think Jamie Lee Curtis is going into the soon-to-be stepdaughter. And then, I don't know.
So a 90-year-old woman's going to become a 20-year-old. She's not that old. So it sounds like Anna is going to become her daughter.
Or stepdaughter. Wouldn't it be stepdaughter?
Stepdaughter. No, because...
To walk in her shoes? Because she's about to be soon to be stepdaughter?
Yeah, it's going to be one of those teen angst movies. Where the stepdaughter's angry because you're married my dad and I love my mom.
What sucks is I love the first Freaky Friday. That was my first Lindsay Lohan movie outside of Little Herbie. Because you think about her...
Mine was Parent Trap.
Because you got to think, her teenage or young adult was when I was growing up.
Yeah, because we're like the same age, I think, me and Lindsay. Or not much difference.
But Chad Michael Murray is going to return.
Crap, I ain't heard that name. That's got to be the one she's marrying.
I would think so. Here's the cast. I'll just tell you the cast.
Are you sure you accidentally clicked on some weird fucking dude?
No, it scrolled all the way down to the bottom. Okay, there it is. The main cast is, oh my goodness, would be Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan, Chad Michael Murray, Julia Butters, Mark Harmon, Manny Jactino, and Chloe Fineman. Okay,
so going back, Chad Michael Murray, who was Butters?
No, Julia Butters.
Isn't that the one from The Simpsons? Is Butters? No, Butters is from South Park.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. And you said who?
Mark Harmon.
Okay, Mark Harmon is more than likely Jamie Lee Curtis's husband.
Because
I'm going to say he was the dad in... Because you know who Mark Harmon, NCIS. That's Mark Harmon.
Yes.
So he's got to be... I think he was the dad in the original Parent Trap. Not Parent Trap, Freaky Friday.
I would have to go back and watch Freaky Friday. And then Manny Janko?
Manny?
Manny, Jacinto. Where are we at? Right there. Manny...
Okay, that's a dude.
Yeah, that's a dude.
I thought you said Manuela or something like that.
And then Chloe Fineman.
I know who Chloe Fineman is, a current SNL cast member. Might be the stepdaughter.
No. Chloe Fineman is... Are you
sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Because Chloe Fineman...
I thought she was on SNL recently.
You know what? I'll look up Chloe Fineman right now.
Don't lose your shit.
I'm not.
I think Chloe... I thought she was... Or maybe she was guest on SNL.
I just spelled Chloe wrong. Chloe Fineman. That's She was an old SNL cast. I don't think she's going to be...
She's got to be the stepdaughter.
She's got to be the stepmom. She's got to be the mom.
But Lindsay Lohan's like my age.
Now we're going over age. Let's go over Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay...
Because Chloe's my age. Or not far off.
You got to think drugs are the...
What, me drugs or her drugs?
Lindsay Lohan.
No, Lindsay Lohan, from what I understand, has turned her life around.
Yeah, she has.
So, I think I've only saw one bad movie of her ever, and that was... She's
38. So she's got to be playing the mom.
So she's like a... But how would Chad Michael Murray have a... Chloe Fineman might just be her friend or something.
Or you got to think her upcoming stepdaughter's got to have a mother. So...
Yeah, but if Chad Michael Murray's playing the husband potentially... He is
because he's 43.
Yeah.
Oh, he played in the Cinderella movie.
Yeah, he was also in
love that movie.
He was considered a teen heartthrob back in the day.
Yeah,
not by me.
But that's the cast.
I mean, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it too. You know, after this confusion. But next, we're gonna go to Predator Badlands.
Yeah, we go from comedy free. I don't know. There's kind of like
I mean,
get on the same level.
Body swapping. I mean.
That's a different Predator.
Predator Badlands. Release date of November 7th, 2025.
Wow, that's...
the only person in the main cast is Ellie Fanning, as of right now.
She's a good actress. Yes. That's Dakota's older sister?
Or younger.
I think older.
I don't know.
By like a couple years. Are we looking them up?
I can.
No, we're not.
The lucky few who got to see the first footage for Predator Badlands. The footage sees a predator crash landing on what could either be an alien planet or post-apocalyptic Earth.
Golly, so many words.
For the first time in the franchise history, the Predator is truly outnumbered with alternating shots of human gangs hunting down the Predator with laser rifles. Wow. Ellie Fanning plays a mysterious and possibly cybernetic human.
Oh my goodness.
Since we see her eyes roll to all white who is trying to help the Predator, we see a new variant of a Predator chief with long white braids performing some sort of ritual. There's a flurry of tiny bits that will be exciting to explore further, naming a tease of a sequence involving a large subterranean chasm and plenty of showings for the Predator's new weaponry as he hunts all kinds of alien creatures. Teaser ends with Ellie Fanning telling the young Yadja prodigy that what he's hunting is unbeatable, and only to briefly see a massive kaiju-like creature that the Predator is going up against. The main Predator, without his helmet, lets out a mighty yell at the giant beast before it takes on the Predator Badlands. Looks like entirely new territory for the franchise, but one that builds on Dan Trachtenberg's excellent realization of series and Prey.
So this is going to be either really good or really bad. Because that's a lot.
It is.
They need to figure out...
I think when the first trailer drops, it'll be a lot more clear than, okay, imagine in your brain what it looks like.
Well, the thing is, too, I feel like they need to get on a timeline and stick to it. Because Prey went backwards, I feel like, which is fine. But then Badlands sounds like it's like way in the future.
Yeah.
Which there is an anime movie coming out. But
I don't think it has no ties to the upcoming movie.
I mean, I'll watch it because it's Predator. Yeah. I know I'm behind. I'm behind on King Kong stuff, too. King Kong Godzilla. But the thing is with Predator, I'm glad it's, coming back and all that. But that sounds...
I think when we see the first trailer, I think it'll be more clear. Jumping ahead, the Tron Ares trailer dropped this past Saturday.
I need to go watch it.
It's supposed to come out October 20th of this year. The main cast is Jared Leto, Greta Lee, Julian Anderson, Evan Peters, Jeff Bridges, Cameron Mohannigan, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Sarah DeJarnos.
That's a pretty good cast.
What I've seen is Tron. Something happened. He's basically AI.
Right.
He's an AI character, and he goes from the Tron world or whatever, and then comes to the real world where we live in.
Which I'm assuming is Jeff Bridges maybe potentially playing that part.
Jared Leto's the main character. He's the AI.
Okay, so he's the AI.
He comes to this world and destroys it, and he's trying to become a real person.
A real boy?
A real boy like Pinocchio.
So he's Pinocchio.
Yeah.
So this is Tron Pinocchio.
Basically. But just a lot of red lights.
The first movie is one of my favorite movies ever.
I'll have to go back and watch.
I haven't saw Legacy in so long. I don't even remember. I think in Legacy, Garrett Hedlund plays the son of Jeff Bridges.
I just like Jeff Bridges.
Well, I mean, Iron Man 1, he's still one of the best villains in the MCU.
You want me to go over the footage description?
I mean, you can if you want to, but...
The footage opens not in the grid, but in New York City on a highway.
Okay, destroy it. It's fine. 2
red light cycle riders chase each other and turn on their trails behind them. Piercing through a police car, we are then shown Greta Lee's character, who seems to be a scientist standing in the middle of the street watching the giant recognizer flying through the air in downtown. A title card reads, "Worlds will collide," as we're shown the state of the grid covered in orange with lights, portals to the real world fully open. Light jets fly around and chase each other through the grid into the cityscape of New York. The trailer ends with a final look at the Tilda Rogue program, Ares, played by Jared Leto, who is being generated bit by bit. This is a voiceover of Kevin Flynn as Jeff Bridges as we see Ares face, a creation of the Tron franchise's newest villain. We also get a taste of the score by 9 Inch Nails, which is as synthetic, heavy, and propulsive as fans could hope for.
So, we're only getting Jeff Bridges in voice, it sounds like. I guess his son's not going to be a factor in this.
I guess not.
So who the heck's the hero? I don't know. I'll watch the trailer.
Yeah.
I always get scared when Jared Leto's involved in anything. Because I do like Jared.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he has a horrible tendency to be one of the worst actors of all time. And
he's not had a good track record recently.
Him and Ethan Hawke to me, are like they'll do a really good movie and then horrible, like one of the worst I've ever saw, and then he's great again in a movie, and it's like, do you not care? Do you not need the money? Do you just not? How do you feel?
Yeah.
So, but I love Tron, so I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll big screen it. I'm gonna have to see something that gives it to me.
You want to talk about Zootopia 2?
If you want to, I still ain't saw the first one.
You know what? I won't then, since you haven't seen the first one.
Oh, Avatar. Well, that's polite.
Avatar.
Nobody here, at least of us two, care about.
No, my
Avatar.
sister likes. I am excited about this movie, Delivering Me from Nowhere. It's basically based off of Bruce Springsteen.
You got to send me where you're at first.
It's basically based off of Bruce Springsteen.
Mm-hmm. You do like those movies.
I do like those movies. Jeremy Allen White is playing Bruce Springsteen.
I know the name, but I can't.
Did you ever watch The Iron Claw?
I still ain't saw it.
Have you seen The Bear? The main guy?
The Bear?
It's about a restaurant.
No.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, is that the same guy from Shameless?
Yes.
Okay, I know who he is.
Yes.
I was like, I know the name.
He's supposed to be playing Bruce Springsteen.
Ooh, he kind of, I can see that.
At the Bruce Springsteen biopic appeared, the boss himself said during the stage of creating his album Nebraska. The footage opens on Jeremy Allen White as Bruce is buying a car from a fan of his work. He talks about trying to find himself with the newest record. The footage cuts to Springsteen in a small apartment, recording a song with an acoustic guitar and harmonica with his assistant Mike Bolton, played by Paul Walter Heiser.
I definitely know who that is.
Jeremy Strong plays John LaDune, Springsteen's manager at the time. His voiceover talks about Springsteen's emotional journey and his artistic intent for this newest album for Springsteen to heal the wounds of upbringing. We are shown flashbacks to Springsteen as a child, sharing tender moments with both his mother and father. A brief glimpse of Otis Young as Springsteen's love interest. And then transition in Springsteen performing a live version of Born to Run at a concert sung by Jeremy Allen White. The footage ends with Landau telling Springsteen he believes in his vision, ending on the logo of the film. The tone of the trailer is reflective and captures a singular piece of time in Springsteen's life rather than going through his whole life. So what I'm getting from this is it's just basically... It's not showing all of Bruce Springsteen's life.
Right.
It's just showing the time where he made the album, I guess.
That made him famous, maybe.
That made him famous. Which I'm still going to be interesting.
I wasn't a big Springsteen guy, so I don't know.
Of course, he wasn't around, but I love this type of movies.
Right.
Because if me as a person sitting back who didn't grow up with that certain thing, I like to go back and watch it because it could be, in their own way,
right.
Not 100% the truth. But I'm also getting feelings of Elvis, the movie.
I just don't watch it.
Which it was told by his manager at the time.
Right.
Not Elvis at the time,
right.
But more of the manager. I'm getting the same feeling with this movie.
Is it General?
I think it was. Yeah, it was.
Colonel. No, it was Colonel.
I'm getting the same feeling like this movie. It's told in Bruce Springsteen's manager's way. And I like Jeremy Allen White.
Well, Springsteen's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just like those type of movies.
You lost it.
No, I'm still here.
Oh. That was just day one.
That was just one of the panels.
Yeah.
Now we're on Paramount Pictures.
Paramount.
Woo woo.
I don't know why that sounded so excited for Paramount.
Okay, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which comes out May 23rd.
Yeah.
Of this year.
I don't know. There's probably not a lot of new on that other than
here's the cast: Tom Cruise, Haley Atwell,
Agent Carter.
Yeah, Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames is awesome. He's been in a lot of them actually.
Simon Pegg.
Oh, he's back.
Vanessa Kirby.
Oh, my girl.
Ezra Morales.
I'm trying to think if I know that name.
Palm Kilmateef.
What the huh?
Palm.
Oh, that's
Mantis?
Yes, thank you. Sorry. I was like, yeah.
Henry Kizarine. And
what?
Angela Bassett.
Kissinger? Oh, Henry Sursney. Okay.
Sorry, that's a hard word. And Vanessa Bassett. Angela Bassett.
It's like the C is like...
Angela Bassett is in it.
Angela Bassett. That's actually a great crack. I'm trying to think of what I saw Henry in.
Do I need to look up his name?
Nah, there's no point. I mean, there's not, other than a new trailer, there's not a lot of new.
I'm excited for it. I'm just going to keep it at that.
I know Jeremy Renner was talking lately he wants to come back.
Yeah. Smurfs. I have no urge to talk about this movie.
I have no Smurfing care for that movie.
I don't either. SpongeBob movie, The Search of SquarePants.
Am I taking you to see this one too?
We have to keep the traditional.
Tradition is more than one time. It was one time.
Hey.
It was actually enjoyable because I'm sitting there like, Antonio Banderas does the voiceover for the captain?
Let's go off. Mark Hamill's in this movie.
Oh, man.
He's playing the Flying Dutchman.
Okay.
Of course, Tom Kenny, who plays SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes. I'll show you.
Is Sally going to be in it? What's her name?
Exclusive footage description. Mark Hamill and the voice of SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, took the stage at Cinemacon in 2025 to show attendance at the first look at Paramount Animation, the SpongeBob movie, The Search for SquarePants. The footage opens on a classic SpongeBob tradition. A live-action pirate addresses the audience to tell them about the nautical tale, The Flying Dutchman, played by Mark Hamill, crossing paths with the innocent soul SpongeBob himself. Hilariously, SpongeBob wants to turn over a new leaf and become a big man. He blasts Snoop Dogg from his speakers and pumps his chest, lifting his plush weights. Mr. Krabs, played by Clancy Brown, tells SpongeBob about his days on the sea, which motivates SpongeBob and Patrick to go on a venture to follow in his footsteps and go on a sailing adventure with SpongeBob and Patrick. Bill, I'm not going to say his name, cross paths with the Flying Dutchman. Yeah, he takes them to the underworld where they must endure terrors beyond the SpongeBob imagination, including scary roller coasters. The Search for SquarePants boasts a mix of abundance gags and a vibrant mix of live action and 3D animation.
Okay. Antonio Banderas is going to be doing the...
Antonio Banderas has not been cast as of right now. I don't know. It could be a surprise.
I'm disappointed.
Okay. Roofman. This is the movie I was telling you about with Channing Tatum.
I read the synopsis and I didn't even get that far, and I'm like,
Comes out October 3rd of this year. Mm-hmm. It's got Channing Tatum, Juno Temple, Uzo Aburra, Peter Dinklage.
Yay! I like Peter.
Kristen Dunst.
I love Kristen Dunst.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Sure.
Lake Keith. I'm just gonna put Lake Keith Stanfield.
In the Great Lakes. I don't...
Molly Price and Tony Reveria.
Sure, buddy.
It's just it's a true story told from a liar and an indicate in the trailer of Jeffrey Manchester, played by Channing Tatum, a thief who robbed nearly 60 McDonald's by entering through the roof. We open with one of Jeff's robberies where he's extremely polite to the people he's robbing, charming, offering the manager, played by Tony, his jacket as he puts him in the freezer of the restaurant. Moving on, the trailer shows Jeff as a loving family man with a special relationship with his daughter, but sadly Jeff is soon busted at his daughter's birthday party. Now that's sad. Brought into jail. That's where the trailer gets really interesting. Jeff busts out of the jail very quickly and then finds an unlikely space to hide. The attic of a Walmart. What should be a place of him to lay low turned into a new home as he gets romantically involved with a worker played by Kristen Dunst and beefs with a manager played by Peter Dinklage. All while getting secret help from his friend played by Lake Keith Stanfield.
Why do I feel like everybody in this cast just needs money?
It feels like it.
Because that sounds horrible.
But watch it be a hit.
Well, it's Channing Tatum's going to bring in money, but...
And everybody loves Peter Dinklage.
But because he's playing himself, probably an angry man.
He's an angry manager, so...
How much... No. This would be funny, and if I know it's in there, I'll watch it. He hangs from the ceiling and kisses Kristen Dunst. It's like a Spider-Man homage randomly in there.
But I heard it was supposed to be taking place at Toys R Us.
That's what I heard in a synopsis just the other day.
Walmart.
Oh, that's a word. Well, Toys R.
I'd rather be a Toys R Us.
He'd be up there by himself for a really long time. Here's the thing: is that movie sounds horrible. Like, no offense to the real life guy that this is based on, but you're horrible. Like, I don't know. When I hear Channing Tatum, automatically my brain gets turned off. Automatically. I've saw some of his stuff that I like, but overall, he's not a great actor to me. I love Kirsten Dunst, but I didn't even think she acted anymore. And then half the other cast I didn't know.
The Running Man, coming out November 7th, 2025. This has Glenn Powell.
And this, honestly, if you've been around, if you're 25 or older, which you know because of you more into movies.
And we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a carbon copy of the original, but if they do anything, I think it's going to be good just because Glenn Powell alone.
Glenn Powell is in it, Lee Pace.
And I think it's a good update.
Katie O'Brien.
I have no clue who she is.
Josh Brolin.
Oh, yeah, Thanos.
Coleman Domingo. William H. Macy and Michael Cera. Sarah or Sierra?
That's kind of a bad cast choice. Why do I feel like Michael Cera is the game show host?
Probably will.
Because William H. Macy and Josh Brolin has to be the hunters. The girl must be the love interest, I'm assuming. Unless William H. Macy.
We open on a dystopia future America, and Glenn Powell as Ben Richards, a man who finds himself in the middle of a popular game show / manhunt hosted by Bobby Thompson.
Michael Cera would be perfect.
Coleman Domingo. The Running Man show sends its contestants all over the world as hired guns are sent to execute them.
So they're doing it on a bigger scale then.
Yeah, it sounds like it. The footage is action-packed, revealing numerous set pieces from the film, including a struggle in the cockpit of a plane as it drops from the sky. A teaser of an extended hallway long take as Ben runs away from the assassins and a game of hot potato with a grenade as he tries to escape through an elevator. In America, we don't put up with that BS, says Bobby with a chaotic glee while he's well dressed and in front of a blue and white dystopian backdrop of American flag. Powell called the film not just flavors of what moviegoers like, but instead a full meal. And the footage of The Running Man shows that it's full of spectacle.
So, one thing I'm hoping for is we get a random Arnold moment. Like they talk about him or show him, or something. I guess Stephen King has nothing to do with it, even though it's based on his...
I think if I remember correctly, someone sent film of Glenn Powell in The Hitman, the Netflix movie. And that's what's set on to be cast in this movie. I don't know if you ever
look that up.
It's a good movie.
Now, is it Hitman is in like the game or something separate?
No, it's basically him, it's basically him in disguise, and he gets hired. I've watched it.
It's Hitman. Okay,
it's a good movie.
I mean, I'll watch it because I love the original.
And I like to ask because I never watched The Running Man. Now I know about it.
I don't remember it being. Well, it was more post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, but I like what it sounds like.
And if he's Ben Richards to a T, it was a cop who was basically railroaded type.
And now
that's not
The Naked Gun.
Dude, I want to see it. I saw the 2 trailers and I'm in for it. I was not in for it to begin with. I'm in for it. You got to go watch the trailer. I don't think any synopsis we give or talk about the footage, you need to watch it because, and in my opinion, go watch the original because. Here's what I was worried about, and I think we talked about it like off camera. I was worried that it was a straight remake. It's not. It is a sequel. He's playing Leslie Nielsen's son, Frank Drebin Jr., I guess, to an extent. I don't know who's playing. I can't remember his partner, Frank.
I know
Frank's last name.
Paul Walter Heiser is in the movie.
He must be playing partner.
And Pamela Anderson's in the movie.
Yeah, playing his wife. More than likely.
Because that's all that's here. It says Paramount Pictures debuted the very first trailer for Akiva Scheffler's The Naked Gun Legacy sequel starring Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, and Paul Walter Heiser.
Paul Walter Heiser's busy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I want to see it. I don't know if it's a big screen for me, but I definitely want to see it.
I'll see it. Now we're on Amazon MGM Studios.
They always scare me. Amazon always scares me.
First off, we're talking about the Masters of the Universe live action.
I don't know how to feel.
Now, I've heard good things about it. Who people have seen stuff on it. You got Nicholas Galazine.
Yeah, he's playing.
Camila Mendez is in it.
No clue who that is.
She's from Riverdale again.
Yeah.
Jared Leto's in it. I think he's playing.
Who's Jared Leto?
I think he's playing.
He was in one of the best superhero movies of all time called Morbius.
He's playing Skeletor, I think.
Yeah, there was some of the casting I was worried about. I mean, even though he looks like Skeletor because he's pasty.
Alison Brie is in the movie.
No clue. She's from Riverdale.
No, she's from. If I remember correctly, she's from. She was about a dozen movies, I think.
Like, which one of those?
The Steve Martin movies.
Really? Was she the oldest daughter? Maybe.
Hold on.
See, I've heard her name before, but I never know how old she is.
Oh, I think I got the wrong person.
No, that's Alison Brie.
Yeah, I know. What do I know her from?
42 years old.
I know her from something.
I know her from something, but I don't know her from something. You know what I mean? It's like, you see her name all the time, but like I have no clue.
She was in Scream 4. What was she in Scream 4? She was the
Man, he looks scary as. Can I see that for a second?
What?
He looks scary. That Jared Leto looks scary.
She was the She was
a promising young woman.
She was She was Sydney's publisher. The girl that got killed in the
Yeah.
That's who she was.
She's in some weird stuff. What is that picture? That's creepy.
Cinnamon toast.
Look at this creepy picture. Roar. That is weird.
Okay, let's just get back.
Flower with a mouth.
Let's just get back to the movies.
Brother.
Idris Elba's in it.
Yeah, he's Man at Arms.
Dude,
I've been following this. I actually kind of want to see it.
Morena Baccarin.
You know who that is? That's Vanessa from Deadpool.
Oh.
That's the only thing I can tell you. She was also in True Detective season 1, I believe.
Johannes Hakuna
Matata?
Johannesson.
Wait a minute, go back up.
Oh, no.
No, you were there, dude. I was reading it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no, no. Isn't that how that goes?
Yeah. Johannes Hakuna.
Johann. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the same name twice.
Johannesson.
Yeah, moving on.
I think it's supposed to go to real world, and then it's supposed to go into he follows something.
Will it be better than Dolph Lundgren?
I don't know.
Probably.
I'm
worried about Jared Leto. Like I said earlier, anytime, like I don't see him as Skeletor is my only thing. But the guy, from what I understand, I saw a picture of the guy that was playing He-Man. He looked tiny, but then I saw another picture and it's like he's actually bulking.
Well, Maureen Baccarin.
Vanessa, we'll just call her Vanessa.
Vanessa is playing the sorceress.
She's bad, right?
Okay.
See, that was like
80s.
Yeah, but it's like people who are 50 and older more of
Idris Elba as Man at Arms.
Yeah, I love it. Idris.
Jared Leto as Skeletor and Alison Brie as the Evil Lynn.
Okay, Evil Lynn's bad. I think the other one is like, I don't know. We get She-Ra eventually.
I guess. Slated for 2026. When is this coming out? June 5th, 2026. This is when that movie comes out.
About a year.
Yes.
I'll probably end up watching it.
I don't really care about the Steven Spielberg movie.
Project Runway?
Project Hail Mary.
Oh, I was
it's an alien movie. Steven
Spielberg. I'm too hit and miss on
Variety. Don't really. And Hathaway's in it. Josh. It's a I think it's a horror movie.
Yeah, I think that's something like I don't know.
I think we'll talk about more. Julia Roberts
After the Heat?
After the Hunt.
Dude, I can't read from over here. What do you want from me?
Mercy, Chris Pratt's in it.
Mercy.
Yeah, I'm not. Crime 101, Chris.
That sounded actually... I like the cast.
I do like Chris Hemsworth, Monica.
But I don't like the synopsis.
What's the synopsis?
It's where they're different backgrounds and they have
yeah.
It's like the movie Crash, which Crash is a great movie. But usually those are like long and drawn out dramas and they're... Ugh.
I'm not seeing anything else from AMC.
That creepy dude is like...
Now we're going to Universal.
Dun, dun, dun.
It looks like it's the last bit of movie news.
I see. Was that Scarlet?
Yeah, that's dinosaurs.
That's my girl.
How to Train Your Dragon. It's coming to theaters June 11th. Oh, that's the second How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh.
How to Train Your Dragon 2. Comes out June 11th. Yeah. Wicked for Good. Now, you've not seen the first Wicked.
I don't plan on watching any of them.
But
they're not for me.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Right.
You would have to watch Wicked to watch Wicked for Good. It's basically
obvious. It's a sequel.
It's a part 2 of the first movie.
It's part D.
But it's basically taking the witches, making the witch the good guy, and the
villain.
The villain is the green guy.
Green woman?
No. The wizard.
The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. It's making him be the bad guy.
Oh, they're making it a villain. Yeah. They're just... Okay, so they're just pooping on the original.
Basically, but...
Wasn't this a play and now they're doing like it as a movie or something?
Yeah. Which, the first one was really good, if you're into those type of movies. And you're not.
Not really.
We won't... Jurassic World Rebirth. I am really excited for this movie.
Scarlet.
Because it's got Scarlett Johansson in it. And Mahershala Ali is in it.
Oh, yeah, since he's no longer Blade.
Yes. It comes out July 2nd of 25. I think it's shown the same thing as it always, but they showed the scene where it was in the first book, where they're going down the river with the T-Rex. That's in this movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much it says what we already said about the movie. You know, bringing back... It's basically bringing back the horror element to it.
Right.
The more of the action, but bringing more back of the horror.
So it's like
basically the
1 and 2 mix.
Yeah.
Because I would say 2 had a little bit more action, but 1 was more of the horror. Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't saw 2, and I don't know many people who admit they've watched the second one. I think it's the second one that's really frowned upon.
Or was it the third one?
I don't know. I get 2 and 3 like combined. I combine them in my head, so I'm not sure.
This movie I'm really excited about. It's called Him.
Is it based on the product?
No.
Oh, not Hims and Hers?
No. It comes out
the sequel is Her.
It comes out September 19th of this year. It's produced by Jordan Peele. The main cast is Marlon Wayans, Julia Fox, Tim Heidecker, Tyreek Witters, Indra G. Wilson, Jim Jeffries, Dad 4000, and Tara Wack.
I've never heard of any of them other than Marlon. Maybe Jim Jeffrey.
Julia Fox sounds familiar.
You think? I don't know. When somebody says last name Fox and I think female, I think Alicia Fox every time.
Mine is Megan Fox.
Or Vivica A. Fox.
Universal Pictures brought an exciting first look at Him, produced by Jordan Peele and directed by Justin Tipping, to Cinemacon of this year. The teaser opens as a young football player played by Tyreek Withers going through an intense training montage, pushing himself to his limits. Withers' character then becomes mentored by a legendary retired quarterback played by Marlon Wayans, whose intense speech echoes throughout the entirety of the footage. The teaser quickly dips into a surreal as Jordan Peele's produced credit appears, switching to filmed color scheme into X-ray vision as Withers' character collides headfirst into another player. Wayans questions if his apprentice wants it enough as we are shown Withers being followed by a demonic rammed mascot. There's a recurring shot of Wayans yelling at Withers face-to-face into his helmet. There are flashes of injections, cultists, and at the end of the shot, Withers on a dark field, the football field covered in mysterious occult symbols. So
in other words, he got a concussion and he's crazy?
No, what I'm thinking is the preference is for him to be a legend, whatever. He's got to basically do all these things, like on a
sell a soul.
Sell a soul, basically.
This might be like kind of a biography. I mean, you look at what athletes and some of them have done.
It could be the horror of what we think about it.
Right.
That's why I'm interested in it because of,
I would say the only Jordan Peele movie I kind of ran from was the Alien one.
I know what you're talking about. Nope.
Yeah.
It's got the
name of the title was the reason I didn't want to see it.
The dude that played
didn't look good.
The big guy in Black Panther movie. What's his name? He's like the guy over the farms. You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
That's what the only thing I'm worried about is Marlon Wayans being like the main
something dude. Is this dude
or
something?
Yeah. Don't Marlon Wayans being the main guy, not main like.
I don't know if I saw him in many drama.
Yeah,
movies.
I'm excited.
I always think of comedy with him.
Yeah,
scary movie. The new scary movie is like already on my radar.
Yeah,
nothing's been announced.
Megan 2.0.
Haven't saw the first one.
I haven't seen the first one.
Megan 3's already been announced too.
Yeah,
and this ain't even out yet.
They're taking the same aspect as Terminator 2.
Isn't she a robot in this one?
She was a robot in the first one.
I mean, like,
yeah, she transforms and stuff.
Yeah,
basically. In the last one, they gave their other stuff to bad people, and they made their own Megan. And basically, they have to get this Megan back to go attack this Megan. Go attack the bad Megan, but they upgrade her so much. Go attack the upgrader version.
So it's Ted but horror,
basically.
Yeah.
And then I think Megan 3.0 will be them having to go attack her again because she's got all these superpowers, like not superpowers, but all these high technology.
What is that movie?
Yeah, you just have to see the trailer.
I hadn't saw the first one.
Did you ever see The Bad Guys 2, the animation film?
Yeah, I love The Bad Guys.
Well, they're coming out with the second one.
Yeah, and they're also doing a female version. Well, though the bad females are in this one. Yeah, we've talked about it.
It comes out August 1st. I don't know if we ever did a release date yet for it.
No, but we talked about what it was going to be about.
Yeah. You got Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Craig Robertson, Anthony Ramos, and
Awkwafina?
Is that how she pronounced it?
Yeah. Well, it looks that, but she was in like.
She's in a lot of stuff.
What was she in?
She was in Jackpot, that recent movie with John Cena. I think I'm thinking about the same person.
Yeah, that's her.
She was played in the latest Jumanji movie.
Yeah, but I was trying to think of 10 Rings. What was the name of that?
Shang-Chi?
Yeah, she was in that too.
I've never seen that movie yet.
I actually thought it was pretty good. A lot of people hate on it, but I thought
I know the director's doing the new Spider-Man movie.
See, I thought Simu Lao, is that how it's pronounced?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I just kind of feel like I wanted a little bit more action.
And I think this would be the new people joining it. Xavier Betts.
Oh, any kind of Zaza Beats?
I don't know. Richard Ayo, Lily Singh, and Alex Borstein. Lily Singh's being in this movie kind of...
Lily Singh, I know. I can't tell you what she's been in. Didn't she do Velma? And wasn't she in...
Am I thinking of the
Wasn't she in
YouTuber?
Community as well?
Am I thinking about the YouTuber, or am I thinking...
Is there two? No, I'm thinking Mindy Kaling.
I think you are.
Lily Singh is the YouTube TikTok or whatever.
I think that's who I'm thinking about.
One of those.
I think that's who I'm thinking she is. And I'm thinking... let me look up the Bad Guys 2 cast. Because that's who I'm thinking. The Bad Guys.
Billie Eilish? Have you ever heard The Bat Guy? That's really good.
Is it a parody of the song?
Yes. It's hilarious. See, there's Awkwafina.
Oh, she was on Domino in
But that's not the
Deadpool.
That's not the name that was on there. That was Xavier or something.
Yeah.
That's why I said any kind of Zaza Beats, because
yeah,
I love Zaza Beats.
Yeah, that was the same person I was thinking about.
See, and you know who that is. Slois Griffin. Alex Bernstein is. Well, she does the... She was also in 10 Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh,
or A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Okay.
She was the version of Miss Kitty.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. I just like random knowledge.
Basically, they are trying to take out the up and coming females, trying to replace the bad guys
and use them as yeah. And they bring them in to stop them.
Yes. Do you have anything on Nobody 2?
I didn't have the date, but we talked about the basics of what it's about.
It comes out August 15th.
Trailer should be dropping soon.
August 15th of this year.
Yeah, I'm watching
I had to see the first one. I haven't seen the first one yet.
You are a heathen. Have you saw The First Accountant?
I would have to go back and watch it.
You need to watch Nobody and The Accountant. Because Accountant 2 looks great.
Trailer starts off with Bob Odenkirk's main character Hutch as a work convention where he is being eyed by mysterious men in the elevator. Eventually, this turns into an intimate elevator fight, intercut with his...
Say intimate?
Intimate. Elevator fight. Intercut with this is his wife and kids complaining that he's not spending enough time with them. Thus, they go on a vacation complete with Lindsay Buckingham's Holiday Road playing in a remixed version and Christopher Lloyd in tow. At a carnival on their vacation, Odenkirk's daughter is slapped in the back of the head by a carnival employee, of course. Hutch takes matters into his own hands and gives his employees a beatdown intercut with Hutch and his son in a prison cell. The trailer then reveals the main plot: a drug ring ran by a character played by Sharon Stone and by a cop played by Colin Hanks. Ain't that Tom Hanks' son?
Yeah.
The trailer ends on a quick succession of a brutal, funny action in various environments, capping with a speedboat fight where someone in a rubber ducky mask gets punched in the face. The film looks like a more comedic extension of the first film's action hybrid. That got me right there to watch the movie.
I don't know if you know, but at one point they were talking about Nobody being part of the John Wick universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest with you, those two team up, I'd watch it in a heartbeat. Nobody is one of those movies that when it dropped and I watched it, it gave me old 80s, 90s feel. Because it's straight up, he's a boss, type thing. I was a little worried early in the synopsis about them traveling, but then as it went, I was like, okay, this is going to be great. And then the rubber duck just added to the awesomeness.
Yeah.
Glad to hear Sharon Stone back in something. I like the idea of her as the drug king. I just feel like she'll pull it off. And Colin Hanks doesn't get talked about his range enough. I feel like
I think that's because of who his dad is.
Probably.
Okay, a movie I'm excited for, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Because I love the first one. It comes out December 5th of this year. The main cast, of course, is Elizabeth Lale, Josh Hutcherson, Matthew Lillard, and Piper Rubio, which they can add Skeet Ulrich.
I forgot Josh was even in it.
Yeah. Blum announced that the film will release exclusively in theaters for showing exclusive short teaser. So it won't be on Peacock the same day as the first one was.
I guess I'll go watch it on big screen.
Yeah, I already planned on it. Theaters were showing exclusive short teaser. The footage opens as the narrator welcomes audience back to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I hope they had good pizza too.
That makes me want to eat pizza.
Showing brief glimpses of a carnival setting. We are reintroduced to Josh Hutcherson's character, Mike, talking to Elizabeth Lale's Vanessa. Mike is warned by Vanessa that the animatronics are back, and this time they are on a loose and can appear anywhere in the public. The footage is mostly brief, but we are importantly showing the Balloon Boy animatronic, as well as the final tease of the new shiny toy Freddy, walking alone in the middle of a busy fairground amongst children and the public.
I really don't have much to say on it other than I'll watch it.
Yeah. If we had someone else here put in her 2 cents, it will be much better.
Yeah, because she knows more on lore and
yeah. But the first one got me hooked.
I think it's a better movie than. I mean, I haven't saw it get a lot of hate other than it's from a video game type standpoint.
I think,
I think it was. I went in knowing nothing and I enjoyed it.
I think, they were more violent in it, which this one's supposed to be more violent. I'm happy that it's not. I wish it was on Peacock because then I could, but I'm happy it's not in a way.
Yeah, I think it saw what its potential was, and then like, you know what, let's keep it.
And now we're gonna go with another horror movie, The Black Phone 2. I've never seen the first one.
To me, it doesn't need a sequel.
Now, my sister, who she enjoys the first one.
I thought it was good. I just I took a chance on it. I didn't see it streaming or in theater. I bought it out of like the $5 bin at Walmart.
The exclusive reel starts with a bleak vibe with a show version of Alice in Chains, The Rooster. Playing a child is being chased through the snow in what looks like a grainy, lo-fi footage. As the children's terrified face flashes on the screen, it lingers even through the next image. Finney, I think I'm saying that right, Mason Thames, appears to be living in a sullen life as his sister Gwen, Madeline McCraw, is having strange visions. The repeated images of an out-of-order black phone and Gwen at a summer camp building reveal as a black phone rings. The grabber, Ethan Hawke, is hanging around in the afterlife out to make their life a living. The rest of the footage is pure nightmare fuel. There's a striking image of the grabber ice skating towards the camera in slow motion. It appears that the grabber has a special connection with Gwen, managing to somehow get a hold of her from spinning her around in rapid succession as Finney appears to see that image in a phone booth. Without a doubt, it looks even more terrifying than the first movie, given its stronger supernatural elements.
As soon as you said ice skating, my brain went da 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 da. I don't know why. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to talk on it much because you haven't saw it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I might give something away.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
I don't think it needs a sequel.
We'll talk about it later once I see it, I guess. This is basically the Soulmate. It's a Megan spinoff. So. Yeah, I don't feel like talking about it. But we can Bologna.
Bologna. That sounds Italian to me.
And I think
creepy dude on the screen. Show the creepy dude on the screen so they'll know I'm
7 ways to retire comfortably with.
I'm telling you, that dude, every time he scrolls, he's like, "Hi there, buddy."
I feel like I'm missing a.
Which in probably in a month or two, we'll talk about the Doomsday Cast, as well. It's always hard to get information on some of these because there's so much that goes on. I'm going to be going through, making a list of what my stomach wants to make its debut. Of the trailers I would need to watch. Next topic is kind of one that, to me, I hate it's going on. I know people get riled up and excited for movies. I don't think
Which I'm fine with. Of course, we're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and say the Minecraft situation.
Yeah. To me, I don't care what your opinion is on. No, I don't mean like mainly, but when I go to a theater, I'm there to enjoy the movie, not you. If you make enough of a spectacle to where I can't enjoy the movie, I'm gonna want to beat you with a tire iron, and I mean that nicely. Like, I'm not gonna literally do it, but I've had my moments of where I'm like, I might talk or I might be like, or clap.
I think my thing is I have no problem with people clapping at big moments. Like or
even laughing.
I'll use mine for instance. I went to go see opening night Spider-Man, with Tobey and Andrew Garfield, and then they clapped at that moment, and I'm fine with that because that's a big moment.
Right.
But to what they're doing at the Minecraft scene, there's little kids there with their parents or whatever, and you're going in there. Doing all this crazy stuff, not thinking about the workers who have to come behind you and clean that up, not thinking about the kids there that's behaving or whatever with their parents or whatever, going and destroying it.
Well, and you might be spilling drinks or getting popcorn or whatever on other people, and it's like, dude.
Yeah, I saw this clip where how Jack Black throws the water thing and they fall in, and then when that moment happens, a kid just throws a drink at this guy, and it's like you can't. I saw one clip where a person actually brought a chicken into the thing.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I mean, it's kind of funny. But it's like, yeah, they're making tons of the Minecraft people are making tons of money, but I wouldn't want my movie to be doing it out of just people being crazy.
There's literally theaters and people who work at them that usually like, okay, we put up with a lot of stuff, but this makes me not want to ever to work here at all.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff I saw was like one of them, like what was it? This female usher, and the reason I'm saying the gender is because it matters in this moment. Was trying to get onto someone, and they body slammed them. I mean, like they bodied them, and they're there to help just keep the calm, and if you got a question or something happens. But I guess I would expect this more from like teens and younger, but some of them are grown adults acting like idiots. Mm-hmm. And there was another one where I saw a clip of the actual manager works in there, and usually the managers you don't even know exist, or they're behind the counter. I don't think I've had maybe one or two bad interactions with employees at a theater. Who they paused the movie. Like, they actually paused in the middle of it.
They had to pause other movies that are around because they were getting so loud.
Well, this one, they paused it, came in, he's like, y'all keep this up. I've already had 3 different families come and request refunds and leave. But we have that happen 1 or 2 more times, and we come back in here, y'all are gone. Y'all are all gone. And in my opinion, when this keeps happening, ban them. Like, have a picture up, ban them from the theater. I'm talking lifetime ban. The reason I say that is, number one, you should be courteous to me. I understand you're going to get the talkers, you're going to get the clappers, and then you're going to get, like, people who laugh. I do it. Like, I've done it all. I've been like, oh yeah, and I've done stuff like that, but not enough to where you can't enjoy the movie. I understand certain parts you might get a little rowdy, but one of them, I think it was like the chicken shows up and this guy, I guess the mini creator chicken jockey. That's when they start throwing, and I'm like, okay, I mean, yes, it's their job to clean up and stuff, but why would you do that for then the next set to come in? To me, these people, I'm not talking jail, but ban them from the theater. Like, kick them out. There's been one where people actually got arrested because it was so bad. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? Mm-hmm. I mean, people are already paying a lot to go see it, and then you're ruining it. I mean, to me, that's crazy. And I don't think I've ever been in a movie where I've ever been like that.
No, I don't.
I've walked out of movies because the movie was horrible, but not because of the people.
No, I'm okay with people clapping or whatever, but doing outrageous stuff, throwing popcorn around, drinks, getting on people's shoulders, that's blocking the screen.
Yeah. Oh, and people are standing up like 2/3 of the movie. Like, that's crazy.
I saw a couple of clips where people giving speeches before the movie. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It kind of can be annoying.
I think I saw that in one movie I went to one time, and it was kind of hilarious. But the movie was like acting up. So we were making up our own scenes. So I mean, that's the different animal.
Like a person, it was like a grown adult wearing a Minecraft t-shirt, just went all out. Yeah. Which we wear t-shirts to the movies, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like we did it for Captain America.
But he was like,
I did.
We did it for Deadpool.
Yeah, that was weird.
We stand up, getting this heartfelt speech, enjoy,
Yeah.
And I get it. It's a memeable movie.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the only. And see, well, I'll let you finish, and then I'm going to talk on the aspect.
I don't think, like, I'll use this for people went to the Meanings movie dressed in suits, or the Despicable Me.
Right.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. That's entertaining, but what they're doing now, throwing popcorn and stuff like that, it's just not. It's disrespecting the movie and moviegoers who's there just to enjoy the entertainment.
And that's one of the things, like, I expect it from kids, even though it should not be happening. I expect it from that. I mean, some of these are, the adult part that baffles me.
Older teenagers, too. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, I'm not talking, like, my age.
Yeah.
I'm talking, like
when I go to the theater, stuff. I try to respect it.
Yeah.
Because to go to the movie theaters is a big deal. Yeah. I guess around our part, it is.
Yeah.
Because... To me, it's special going there. It's a special place.
And see, like, and people are like, yeah, but the movie's made, I think they said maybe potentially around 300 million, or had a massive so far.
But
I'm like, that doesn't mean it. Number one, it's good.
I was watching someone, and they said it's good to love a film or whatever, but what they're doing isn't what needs to be done.
Right. It'd be the same scenario, like, say, Scream movie.
You just have a lot of people going to
we wear around the mask and we're running around like the whole movie, like we're
like
literally Scream in 2, the movie. Yes,
like Scream 2, people run. That's now it fit good for the movie.
Yeah,
but
you wouldn't. Yeah,
I don't want to go to the opening Scream 7 and there's people going around with Scream masks, which I'm fine with. They dress up like Scream.
Yeah,
I'm fine because it's a culture icon.
Yeah. But I don't even wear my mask. I don't know.
I don't want someone walking around actually stabbing people. No.
Or whooping and hollering during the movie or anything. I mean, that to me that's just dumb.
Now I'm not going to be in polite society. I might, but I'm not going to go up there hooping.
You'll probably just pee on yourself.
I won't just go hooping and holler. No.
But that's all I really got to say on it. I don't really care about anybody else's take on that. To me, be respective. It's not a sporting event. I think a lot of people that do
what we do we have the same views on it. I don't think people are like, oh yeah, they should be able to do it. To me,
honestly, if I knew you did it, I would disown you.
I would be mad at myself if I did it.
Yeah. Well, you probably wouldn't care if you did it. You know what I mean? In this scenario, those people. To kind of end on a sober note, and I hate to do it because I'm kind of smiling right now, but since the last time we filmed, all deaths suck, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Mm-hmm. But I would say these are more monumental, like I would say our combined life, two of them are more mine. But like the celebrity death area, we hate that all of it, for non-celebrities or anything. But I got these off of Wikipedia, so they're not really in any specific order-ish. But the first one is George Foreman.
The grill guy.
Or boxer, but yeah.
I know.
Even though I know he's a boxer, I think George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
Which at one point he was considered one of the great boxers.
Mm-hmm. Did he fight Muhammad Ali? I don't think he did.
He was around for... I never was into boxing that much.
Mm-hmm. I know the big names of boxing,
but not. He was the legend. Next, you really wouldn't know. You kind of knew in a way. Was Richard Chamberlain. My mom was a fan of Richard Chamberlain, and I would imagine my brother was as well. I liked him because he was in the King Solomon Mines movies back in those were probably 80s. Maybe even older. Mm-hmm. He's also in the movie Shogun, which is considered, I think at one point was considered a masterpiece movie. He was also Dr. Kildare, which I never watched. But he passed away. Now the next one happened a day or two ago.
Not too long ago.
Octavio Dotel. I struggle with his name, even though I know how to say it. It's like when I go to say it, I struggle. He was a starting pitcher. I remember him from I think it was the Mets or Cardinals. But the three they mentioned, I think, was St. Louis Cardinals, New York Mets, and Astros. They said at one point, I think he played for 13 or 15 teams.
I know he had a stint with the Braves.
Which is almost half the league. In the league, like 30 or
32 teams. Mm-hmm.
So almost half the league. Now, he was one of them that was... killed in the nightclub crash nightclub collapse. But I can't remember where was it. Was it Dominican Republic?
I can't remember.
But the last one, I kind of saved for last on purpose. It kind of hit home for me because I've been watching his movies since the 80s. I would maybe 80s, 90s, early 90s. Was Val Kilmer.
I think that hit a lot of people, even in my generation, because Val Kilmer's got a career that spans, I guess, and he's been in like Batman. He's been in,
I would say, 2 or 3 top 50 movies, in my opinion. The first movie I remember ever watching him in was Top Secret, which is a comedy spoof movie. He's basically a world-renowned singer, and he goes overseas, and they think he's a spy. I mean, it's a hilarious movie. He obviously Top Gun 1 and 2. The Legend, Doc Holliday in Tombstone. Real Genius. A lot of people know him from Real Genius, which is, I think, 88 or something. He was famously played Morrison in of the Doors movie. The Saint. Batman. Was it 2 Batman movies? I think it was... Or is it just one? I always get... He was definitely not the worst Batman ever. I don't care what anybody says. The worst Batman of all time is George Clooney. I don't care what anyone says. To me, Val Kilmer is my second live-action Batman. Michael Keaton's my number 1. And then Val Kilmer. I don't care where you put Ben. I don't care where you put Christian Bale. To me, Val Kilmer... His Batman might not have been the greatest, but I liked him as...
Batman.
Actual Bruce Wayne. He kind of had the lips like RoboCop did, like the way the mask was. But I still don't like to talk Ben Affleck as the greatest Batman because I wanted.
I don't consider him Batman. He's played Batman, but
he wasn't standalone.
He never had his own Batman.
If he had his own Batman movie, I'd put him in the. To me, he doesn't exist almost to an extent. But back to Val Kilmer, legend. I think he was only 65, but was it 2014 he developed throat cancer, which didn't help. Also, he's in a movie. I don't know if you ever saw it. I recommend watching it. It wasn't a long part he had. It's called The Missing, with Tommy Lee Jones. I want to say, she played on. Was it Kate Blanchett? And Val Kilmer, he's only got like 5-minute role, but it's a good little role. And then he ended up getting pneumonia a couple months ago. And then pneumonia mixed with throat cancer is not good. Pneumonia in general is not good. Even regular pneumonia, somebody like us, it could still do damage. But like I said before this, these are kind of like influential for us. Of course, there's a lot of deaths every day. So, I mean, that does... all death sucks, depending on how you deal with it. But other than that, I hate to kind of end on that somber note, but we are back. Our schedule might be up and down, but WrestleMania is coming up. We'll have something on that after WrestleMania. We were going to do some stuff before, just ain't got the time right now.
Yeah.
And that'd be a good comeback for wrestling. We do have, after this video, we're going to be shooting a slight sports video where it's got wrestling, but it's got all sports. But until next time, like, share, subscribe, come back for some more. If you got some future ideas, we will be getting out to the movies eventually again too as well. May has a plethora. May and June and July has a plethora of things. And then even later in the year, we know more now. So, yeah, until next time, we'll see you later.
Peace.